Hi, my name is Kim and I'm an intellectual property paralegal living in New Jersey. Here's something I've been seeing a lot of lately. Job seekers who really want to work in IP and workplaces with job vacancies for IP support staff who can't find qualified candidates, in some cases even after searching for years. Why can't these two make a love match? I belong to a Facebook group for IP paralegals, and the members are always posting that they're looking for jobs in trademarks and patents. For the past 3 weeks, I've been actively applying to IP paralegal positions, and since then, I've interviewed with a number of employers. From them, I keep hearing the same story. We've been looking for someone for a while now, but we're having trouble finding someone with experience. Now, I do have IP experience, but I've been applying to jobs that, according to the job descriptions, I'm still underqualified for. And I'm getting the interviews because of this supposed shortage of IP candidates. I interviewed with this one attorney, and she was kind of thinking out loud as we spoke. She was hoping to recruit somebody with a higher level of experience than what I possess, but she started talking about another scenario that might solve her problem. Maybe hiring somebody like me who might need to get up to speed on a few things, but allowing that person to support the existing paralegals and learning more along the way. As an active job seeker, I never see an IP support position described like that. Everyone seems to want someone with an encyclopedic knowledge of patent or trademark prosecution. Someone who can just rattle off a top-of-mind solution to even the most uncommon filing scenario. Someone who's been in the same position for over a decade, even though we're living in a time when people change jobs multiple times over the course of their work life, and for a multitude of very good reasons. If you have an opening in your IP department, especially if your existing staff is overburdened and drowning and unhappy, I'd like to respectfully suggest that you consider hiring a bright, eager candidate with transferable skills or with a basic knowledge of IP who can grow into the role. Every powerhouse patent or trademark paralegal started somewhere knowing nothing. Look around. How many people do you see at work who don't really want to be there? On the other hand, if someone is really eager to work with you, they're going to be the one who learns quickly and is happy to take on more and more responsibility. Here's how committed I was a year ago when I decided to get back into intellectual property after being away for a few years. Once upon a time, I lived in New York City and I worked in trademark and patent prosecution for about 7 years, and I loved it, but I had to leave it. I didn't want to. I had to relocate to an area where jobs in intellectual property were few and far between. Now, this was back before remote work was as supportable as it is today, so I had to find something else to do. But in 2022, I decided it was time to get back to the work I used to love. I knew it might be an uphill battle given my long absence, but I started by getting a patent paralegal certificate. It got my head back into the game, and I thought it would make me more marketable. The only firm that was willing to let me get my foot back in the door was beyond commuting distance of where I lived. So what did I do? I rented a second apartment. It was near my new workplace, and I stayed there 5 nights a week. I only saw my loved ones on the weekends, and that was hard. And I wasn't really making any money because I'm paying rent on my primary apartment at home and my work apartment. So for months, every month, I was taking $400 out of my savings account just to meet expenses. I looked at it as an investment. This was my opportunity to get back into patent prosecution. But now here I am looking for an opportunity that suits me better. Now, I am one of many people who is routinely applying for IP jobs with employers who seem to want a ready-made rock star rather than a bright, eager candidate who probably has the potential to become a rock star pretty quickly. Consider us. And maybe even consider some creative, atypical solutions to your staffing problem. For example, if your office is structured with senior paralegals assigned one-on-one to attorneys and patent agents, how about taking some tasks off the plates of your more senior paralegals and giving them to a less senior paralegal who can sharpen their higher level skills while taking care of some of the easier stuff? like reporting letters, assignments, declarations, proofreading issued patents, or preparing information disclosure statements. Pretty soon, those nagging, massive backlogs of less urgent documents will be cleared up, and they won't be weighing on you and your staff. As for me personally, if you have an opportunity from me, of course I'd like to hear from you. I'll be happy to share my work history with you. I think I'm a good bet. I remember years ago overhearing my boss in the office kitchen. He was a patent attorney, a partner, and I was assigned exclusively to support him. There was another attorney there, and he was sort of joking about stealing me. And I remember my boss said, "Them's fighting words, Bill." I'll never forget that. Let me become valuable to you. And because I only need one job in IP and there are so many out there, please also reconsider candidates who really want to work in IP but might have a little to learn. You just might get a lot in return. Again, my name is Kim, and you can email me at hiremeip123@gmail.com. Good luck to you all.